Most people who make YouTube content are total ego heads that want you to think that they're God's gift to whatever they're doing. And that's normal, because who's going to listen to someone that's no better than they are? In every video I publish, there's examples of me doing things wrong, and then we use those examples as opportunities to open doors and to learn how to do it right and stop doing it wrong. Every failure is an opportunity to learn and to get better, but the fact is most people don't do this. It's just easier to sit around feeling sorry for yourself and blaming some railbird for taking a picture of you dogging the 5-ball shot. Your goal is the same as my goal. You might not know it, but this is what brings us together. We want to break, make 2 balls on the break, and have an easy shot on the 1 ball, and then proceed through 6 more easy shots to run the rack and to win the game. And we want to do this consistently over and over and over, just like the pros, until everyone is thoroughly bored and unimpressed. Now their party is ending and your party has just begun. So we've defined that the player with no potential at all is the guy or gal with a bad stroke, bad basics, who never works on anything, and next week they'll be found bowling or on the golf course. It's just never working on that either. And the guy with potential is the one practicing, but their potential is limited and they're working on things they shouldn't be working on. They're working on all the wrong things. He was just told by someone on YouTube that this is what he needs to do, and therefore he's limited and will probably stay exactly where he is right now. The guy with a whole lot of potential is the one practicing all the right things, like their break and position play. If you ever saw someone setting up a ball literally in the pocket and shooting it, you've seen a player with a whole lot of potential. Fred says I'm going to play every day. I'm going to play every single day and do things the way I do them now. And in 20 years, one day I'm just going to wake up and I'm going to do everything right and I'm going to be great. Well, Fred is wrong. He's not going to be much better than he was 20 years ago, because if he worked on his game at all, he worked on all the wrong things. So the question is, why are so many potentially great players practicing all wrong and kissing their own potential goodbye? Something is broke, and my job is to help you find out exactly what that is and to show you exactly how to fix it. I can't fix your bad stroke or your wobbly stance or any of the basics. You have to do that. You have to do the work to get good basics.
Good job.
Think I don't know what I'm doing, John?
Yeah.
Huh? I don't know, confidence.
So my videos are geared to people that have good basics and are above average players who do have potential, but they're having trouble progressing their pool game. The last video that I published took 11 hours to work on and to edit, which is typical for one of my pool videos. The primary objective was to teach players how to stop being distracted and to find the issues that are really holding them back. Not what they think might be holding them back, what's really holding them back. Typically, if a player is willing to work on their own game, I can honestly say they have potential, but finding one that is willing to think and to work on the right things is very, very rare. And this is why pro-level pool players in everyday society are very rare. It's not natural talent. That's an excuse people use for not being as good as they are. A typical example is someone who's faced with a low percentage shot on, let's say, the 5-ball. and they decide not to play safe. They're going to go for it, and they dog the 5. If they work on anything, they'll go back and set up the hard shot on the 5 ball, and they're completely missing the point of great pool. The object is not to get bad on the 5 ball, not to have a hard shot on any ball on the table. That is what you need to focus on. And again, this is the goal. This is what the big dogs are doing, to never be shooting a hard shot or be forced into ducking and sacrificing control of the table. What led to you getting bad position on the 5 ball? Only a few people on earth understand this and actually work on it. Your objective is never ever to be in a position that you were on the 5 ball. So why are you working on something that you're never going to see again? All the while you're working on this difficult shot, your subconscious is saying, oh, what he wants to do is shoot difficult shots. And it's also saying he wants to shoot this difficult shot. He wants to make this difficult shot. I can give him difficult shots all day long. And he can make it too. But then when he makes it, he's bad on the 6 ball. It's a recipe for insanity. 20 years of this, and you're going to be in some loony bin screaming at some nurse for sharking you while you were down on the 9 ball. In the last video, I clicked publish, and I was proud of it. I don't publish anything unless I'm proud of it, and I was, and I really got to the root, and I really tried to help you, everybody that's watching the video. And then I went back to all the work that I was neglected, and I'm fixing everybody's stuff, and just doing what I do. And then at about 1 o'clock in the morning, I was exhausted and made my way back to the house. And I didn't even watch the video, which I normally would do, but it was late and I was tired and I went to bed. But then the next morning, I woke up and read this. I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence. This is a long-term subscriber who begins a sentence about me by saying, "You're just. You're not teaching me shit." I've had this channel since 2008, and it has 3.5 million views. I'm quite used to people who just go around saying nasty things about people's videos, but when it's a long-term subscriber telling me I ain't doing nothing for him, it hits on a whole nother level. When I know it's everything, when what I'm trying to teach this person is not working. And yet I still know that what I'm trying to teach will knock the limits off your potential and send you skyrocketing through the world of pool. This is what causes me to just go off the rails. Maybe what he's saying exposes some truth behind the whole thing. And it doesn't matter what it is, you have to have people who are willing to learn what the hell you're teaching. And you get up the following day and say, okay, how can I do this anymore if people aren't getting it? But then you come back to earth, you're done venting, everything's back to normal, but you still have that inside you. And then you realize through all the other comments, most 99% of them are great, happy people who like my videos and come back and watch every single one of my videos in an effort to learn, and they are learning. It's just a temporary lucky hit for this guy. But believe me, it's only gonna make me get better. Thank you all for your time and your support.